Now that you know what a cover letter or personal statement is, let's break down how to actually write one. We'll keep it simple based on 3 key ideas. 1, it's built from your tailored CV. 2, it uses the language of the opportunity. 3, it's realistic, honest, and focused. No drama, no exaggeration. Start with your already tailored CV. This document is not separate. It's just a more personal version of your CV. So don't introduce random things that aren't on your CV. But you can go deeper on some points or explain their value. Example, your CV says Research Assistant 2022. In your letter, as a research assistant, I gained experience in X, which directly relates to the methods used in your project. You're not repeating, you're adding meaning. Another example. CV says, Final year project on solar energy. In your letter, my final year project focused on improving solar panel efficiency using AI models, a method also mentioned in your lab's latest work. And just like your CV, this letter is expected to match the opportunity you're applying for. Not just in content, but in focus and direction. That means you don't just write about your background randomly. You write it in a way that matches the kind of person or profile they're looking for, based on how you read their scholarship post or project ad. That's why we use the understand and match technique, the strategy you learned earlier in the course, to guide both your CV and your letter. Remember earlier in the course we talked about how to understand what a post is really asking for, how to read between the lines, spot their keywords, values, or priorities. That same mindset applies here. Your letter should feel like, I read what you need. Here's how I fit. Next, you want to mirror the language used in the scholarship or project post. This helps you feel like a perfect fit. Example, if the post says leadership and impact, you might say, in my role as team leader, I created a small local program that impacted over 200 students. If the post says data analysis, don't say, I did research. Say, I performed statistical analysis using R and Excel. This kind of language match makes it easier for them to say, yes, this person has what we need. Let's talk about the structure. Your cover letter doesn't need to be fancy. It just needs to tell a short, clear story in about 1 page. Here's how to keep it simple and strong. Begin with a short introduction. Who you are and why you're applying. I'm applying for the MSc in Environmental Technology because it fits my background in sustainable design. Highlight 1 or 2 key points from your CV that directly relate to the scholarship or project. I worked as a research assistant on water purification. My final project focused on solar energy systems. Explain why you're a good match, what you're bringing to the table. This experience prepared me to contribute to your work on sustainable energy systems. Show that you've done your homework, mention what you like about the program or project. I'm especially interested in your environmental modeling module in Germany. Share your future goal in a realistic way. I plan to work on clean energy access for off-grid areas. End with a confident and polite closing. Thank you for considering my application. I'm excited to contribute and grow through your program. That's it. 6 short parts. Clear, honest, and to the point. Sometimes you have a real skill or experience that's very relevant, but it's not in your CV because it wasn't formal. You can include it here, but only if it's true and directly helps your match. Example, I've helped my professor organize community workshops on renewable energy, which built my communication and outreach skills. That's okay to include even if it's not in your CV, as long as it's relevant and real. Do not copy anything from the internet. Do not reuse the same letter for every application. These letters get checked. Even if they don't catch plagiarism, a fake-sounding letter won't connect. Use your CV, use their language. Tell your story in a clear and focused way. And one last thing, keep it short, 1 page maximum. No need to write an essay. 1 good page is more than enough. Only write it when it's really needed. Make it feel like it was written just for them. Show your match clearly and honestly. You don't need to impress them with big words. You just need to show them, I understand what you're looking for, and I'm ready. You've got this.